to everyone. Welcome to our video presentation for FIN562 Introduction to Technical Analysis that titled Company Analysis in Malaysia. We are Group 1 from JBA2724C and our team members consist of myself, Aisyah Atira binti Arifin, Nur Izzati binti Muhammad Sofian, Nurul Liana binti Jamil, and Putri Nur Ain Zurin binti Jamaluddin.
Let's explain about the introduction part. We have been briefed on the group assignment by my lecturer, which is Samuel Muhammad Farid. This group assignment consists of 30% ongoing assessment. So the objective of the group assignment is to analyze the stock price performance of a selected company by identifying the trend lines, comparing the stock movement with KLSE, and apply 5 technical indicators to assess the stock momentum and identify the buy or sell or hold signal based on the indicator of the cut-off date 13 June 2035. So in this assignment, we have chosen the company such as Made Technofication, British Technology Berhad, Ajinomoto Malaysia, and Telekom Malaysia Berhad as our priority. So thus, the cut-off date for we need to find the buy or sell or hold signal from the stock is from 20 June 2084 until 30 June 2085. So what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is the study of past price and value to predict the future price movement. In this group assignment, we found that a key term or jargon such as trend line. Trend line is a showing price direction, whether it's uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. Other than that, KLSE is a benchmark index for Malaysia. Other than that, the buy or sell signals indicating when to buy and when to sell. One indicator we use in group assignment such as RSI, which show if a stock the overbought above 70 and if the stock is oversold means the below 30. Another is a MACD, which help us identify trend direction and momentum. We also learn the term bullish and bearish.
First, we will be analysing the performance and investment outlook of Made Innovation Berhad. Made Innovation Berhad is a technology-based company that specialises in designing, developing, manufacturing and selling semiconductor equipment. The company operates across the Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia and North America, with its headquarters located in Bayan Lepas, Pulau Pinang. Founded in 2007, the company was originally known as Mi Equipment Holdings Berhad. In December 2018, it rebranded to Mi Technovation Berhad. Its shares were officially listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia on 20 June 2018. Let's move on to the performance comparison between Mi Technovation and the KLSE Index, focusing on the period from 12 June 2024 to 13 June 2025. During this time, Mi Technovation's share price showed high volatility, sometimes moving against the direction of the KLSE Index. Overall, Mi Technovation underperformed, while the KLSE Index declined by 5.65%. Mi Technovation's price dropped by a much larger margin of 24.81%. This underperformance may be attributed to challenges within the technology sector, including investor uncertainty, weak earnings, and operational issues. Now, let's take a closer look at the market trend lines for Mi Technovation during the same period. A primary downtrend began in June 2024 and lasted until early October, indicating prolonged selling pressure. Two secondary uptrends were observed, one in early August and another in mid-September 2024. From mid-October to November, the price moved sideways, meaning that buying and selling pressures were balanced. Another secondary uptrend appeared from late November to mid-January 2025. However, this was followed by another primary downtrend from mid-January to mid-April 2025. More recently, from mid-April to mid-June 2025, the stock began showing signs of secondary uptrend, possibly suggesting that the stock may now be undervalued. Let's now review the technical indicators, starting with the simple moving average SMA. As of 13 June 2025, Mi Technovation stock price was trading above the SMA line, which typically indicates a buy signal. The SMA was recorded at RM 1.84, while the stock's closing price was RM 1.92. This situation suggests that the short-term trend is reversing upward and investors may anticipate a price increase in the coming weeks if the trend continues. The Bollinger Bands indicator showed that the stock price was touching the middle band on the same date. This generated a hold signal as there was no breakout above or below the upper or lower bands. The middle band value was RM 1.83 while the stock price was at RM 1.92. Since the Bollinger Bands were not tightly squeezed, there is a room for volatility to increase, possibly leading to an upward price movement. However, caution is needed when price near the upper band as that could signal a short-term peak. Moving on to the MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence, as of the cut-off date, the MACD line was above the signal line, confirming a bullish crossover. The histogram was positive at 0.001, reinforcing the buy signal. This suggests that momentum is building and that a potential rally might already be in motion or about to start. Next is the Relative Strength Index RSI. On the 13th June, the RSI did not cross below 30 or above 70, meaning no strong reversal signals were triggered. The RSI was in the mid-zone and rising, which suggests growing buying interest. If the RSI climbs toward 70, it could soon enter an overbought zone, possibly triggering a reversal. For now, the RSI supports a hold to buy strategy. The stochastic indicator showed a bullish signal as well. The K percentage line crossed above the D percentage line, indicating positive momentum in the market. As long as this crossover remains intact and no bearish reversal appears, the indicator suggests that prices may continue to rise. Now, let's move on to the final recommendation based on our technical analysis of MIT Innovation Berhad. First, for existing investors, the majority of the signals suggest a hold or buy strategy. The SMA and Bollinger Bands indicate that there is no urgent need to buy more shares at the current price, especially if the investors has already purchased the stock at a lower price. Instead, holding the position is the most strategic approach to benefit from any upcoming price recovery. For potential investors, 4 out of 5 indicators, including SMA, MACD, RSI, and stochastic, are pointing to a buy signal, reflecting upward momentum and improved price action. This suggests that now could be a favorable entry point, but with a caution. The Bollinger Bands indicate the price is near the middle or upper band, which may limit short-term gains. So, while the outlook is generally positive, investors should still monitor the market closely to avoid buying at a potential resistance level.
Kreatek Teknologi Berhad is a Malaysian company that built automation machines for factories. The company design and make custom machines used for assembling, testing, and checking products. Kreatek mainly serve industry like solar energy, semiconductors, electric vehicle, and medical devices. In 2019, Kreatek was listed on Bursa Malaysia. Since then, he has grown fast and expanded its business overseas. This including opening a new factory in the United States and building a large new facility in Batu Kawan worth 1.3 billion ringgit to meet global demand. Kreatek performance was weaker than KLSE index. This could be because of problem in technology sector, such as investor worries, weak financial performance, and company issue. Kreatek price dropped much more than the KLSE index. The KLSE index only fell by 5.26%, but Kreatek price dropped by 33.59%. Showing that Kreatek lost more value compared to other companies in the market. Next, market trend lines. In mid-June 2024, Kreatek Teknologi Berhad started a primary downtrend until early October 2024. During this, two short recoveries, which is secondary uptrends, happened in early August and mid-September 2024. From mid-October to November 2024, the price moved sideways with no clear trend. A recovery happened again from late November 2024 to mid-January 2025, but the price dropped again in strong downtrend from mid-January to mid-April 2025. Then from 8 April to 13 June 2035, the price shown another recovery, which is secondary upturn. The SMA indicator provides a buy signal at the SMA value of RM1.73, while the market price of Created Technology Berhad was slightly higher at RM1.74. In the future, the Created Technology Berhad price are expecting to increase because the SMA line tends to move upward, indicate that upward trend reversal may be happen. The Bollinger Bands indicator show the sell signal at the price of RM1.83. Meanwhile, the Created Technology Berhad price at the cut-off date are at RM1.74 as at 30 June 2035. In the future, the price of Created Technology Berhad may decline as the Bollinger Bands are narrowing, which indicates the potential downward movement due to reduced price volatility. The MACD indicator show the sell signal that can be confirmed by the negative histogram at 0.027. However, the price of Created Technology Berhad is expected to decrease in the future, as a bearish crossover may have already occurred before the cut-off date, suggesting that the continuation of bearish momentum. On that day, the SRI indicator provided a hold signal as there was no strong momentum indicating either a buy or sell condition. Going forward, Created Technology Berhad price may drop as early sign of reversal appear. The SRI is still neutral but moving down, and it might be fall before 30. Showing stronger bearish momentum and more price weakness. The stochastic indicator signal a sell as the K% and D% lines reflect negative momentum that was starting to weaken, indicating a possible shift in market direction. In the future, the Created Technology Berhad price expecting to decrease, suggesting the potential for continued downward movement.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Izzati binti Muhammad Sofian, and I am choose Ajinomoto Malaysia as the one of the selected sector in our group assignment. For your information, Ajinomoto came from food and beverage sector. Basically, I want to talk about background of the company. Ajinomoto Malaysia Berhad is a leading food seasoning and flavoring manufacturer in Malaysia. It established in 1961. The company is a subsidiary of Ajinomoto Japan. It is one of the world's most prominent producer of amino acid-based products and umami seasonings. Ajinomoto Malaysia begins its operation in Kuala Lumpur in 1965. It is become of the earliest Japanese affiliate companies to listed in Bursa Malaysia. In 2022, the company complete its relocation to a new eco-friendly manufacture plant in Bandar Estate, Negeri Sembilan. It is because to support the growth and sustainability goals. The company produces a wide range of food and seasoning products, both for household consumer and industrial food service, like Ajinomoto, as known as MSG, Tumix as all-in-one seasoning, Seri Aji as instant seasoning mixes, Ajisho as seasoned salt and pepper, and last but not least, Activa and Tenko as for industrial and professional use. So, basically, the company integrates nutritional, science and technology to promote healthier diets and sustainability, reflect its slogan, Eat Well, Live Well. For this slide, let's take a look at the price movement of Ajinomoto between 12 June 2024 and 13 June 2025. During this period, Ajinomoto stock price show. When we compare into the KLSE index, we notice a key difference, although the KLSE index also fluctuate. So for the overall, price movement was stronger and more consistent than Ajinomoto. As shown as the slide, which compare Ajinomoto and the KLSE index, we can see that KLSE line remains above Ajinomoto's line on the chart. But This is indicate that Ajinomoto underperform relative to the market. One of the reasons for this underperform because of the low trading volume in Ajinomoto shares. It means fewer investors were actively buying or selling the stock, which led to the slower performance. In terms of overall performance, Ajinomoto stock declined by negative 18.08%, while the KLSE index only dropped by negative 5.65% over the same period. So, this suggests that the while broader market was relatively stable, Ajinomoto experienced a stable decline. It is indicate weaker investor sentiment or performance issues specific to the company. Referring to the figure, we can observe both primary and secondary trends in market trend line of Ajinomoto. Starting with the primary trend from July 2024 to August 2024, we see a clear downtrend where the stock price continued to decrease. It indicates a bearish movement. During this phase, the trading volume was not accumulate, suggesting weaker investor interest. Okay, next, from August to December 2024, the trend shift to an uptrend. The price started to recover, but it's possible reversal or recovery phase in the market sentiment. On 3 December 2024, we observe a breakout point in the chart. This could signal the beginning of a new trend, likely a bearish reversal as the price began to decline shortly after. Okay, so moving on, the secondary trends, which are shorter in duration than primary trends. Right after the breakout, there was a brief downtrend, showing a quick market reaction. Then the price bounced back, forming a secondary uptrend, although it was short. For February to April 2025, the chart showed a strongly primary downtrend again. This decline lasted for a longer period, indicate poor fundamental or low investor confidence. But following that, we saw an uptrend where the price started to recover again, showing a positive bounce. Okay, finally, from mid-May to June 2025, the trend line moves sideways because by this phase, traders are generally advised not to buy or sell, but to wait for a clear signal before making any move. Now, let's analyze the simple moving average or SMA indicator. A buy signal is generated when the price crosses above the SMA line, indicate upward momentum. Conversely, a sell signal appears when the price crosses below the SMA line. It signals potential downtrend. As of the cutoff date on 13 June, the figure shows a hold signal. This is because the candlestick remains below the SMA line, suggesting the current downtrend is continue. So, in my forecast, the price may remain low in the short term, but there is a possibility of a trend reversal. If the price begins to rise and crosses above the SMA, it could trigger a buy signal in the coming days. Let's look at the Bollinger Band indicator. A buy signal is identified when the price hugs the lower band and then move upward. Conversely, a sell signal occurs when the price hugs the upper band and then pulls back. So, it indicates a potential drop. As the cutoff date on 13 June, the figure shows a hold signal. This is because the candlestick is positioned near the middle band, between the upper and lower bands. So, this setup reflects a sideways or a consolidation phase. Looking ahead, I expect the price to remain volatile in the short term. However, based on the current setup, there is a possibility that a sell signal may emerge, especially if the price approach and pull away from the upper band. Next, this is about moving average converge divergence or MACD indicator. A buy signal is identified when the MACD line crosses above the signal line, while a sell signal occurs when the MACD line crosses below the signal line. As of the cutoff date 13 June, the chart shows a hold signal. So, this is due to the absence of any crossover between the MACD and signal lines. Additional, the small histogram bars reflect weak market momentum. However, I anticipate a potential price increase soon. This is supported by the recent expansion of histogram bars. Next, for this slide, I would like to say about Relative Strength Index, or RSI. A buy signal is typically detected when the RSI line crosses below the 30 level. It indicates an oversold condition, while a sell signal occurs when RSI crosses above 70 and signal as overbought market. As of the cut-off date on 13 June, this figure show a hold signal. This is because RSI remain below 30, but there is no crossover which reflect weak market momentum. In this case, it's best to watch and wait as no clear buy signal has formed yet. However, in my prediction, a buy signal may emerge soon as the RSI line is approaching the 30 level. This suggests the stock is nearing oversold territory and could indicate a potential bullish reversal in the coming period. For the final indicator, which stochastic oscillator, a buy signal occurs when the percentage K line crosses above the percentage line in an oversold condition, basically below the 20 level. Conversely, a sell signal appears when the percentage K line crosses below the percentage D line in an overbought zone. So, basically above 80. As of the cut-off date on 13 June, the figure show a clear buy signal. This is supported by the percentage K crossing above the percentage D line, while still below 20. It indicates bullish momentum. However, for existing traders may choose to hold, as they often wait for stronger confirmation before acting. In my forecast, the price is expected to continue rise. It is because this sustained uptrend may enhance market confidence.
For the company background, Telekom Malaysia Berhad is also known as TM with stock code 4863. TM's market is a focus on providing telecommunication service around Malaysia, such as the Wi-Fi, cloud, and broadband, and more. And it wants to being famous in Malaysia by leading the integrated telco. So we know that TM Telekom Malaysia Berhad was established in 1946 and become corporate as a Telekom Malaysia Berhad in 1984, and also Telekom Malaysia Berhad was listed on Bursa Malaysia on 1990. So TM vision to make Malaysia a country with the best technology and digital infrastructure ever, while TM mission is to make sure the service are easy to use by user. So for the comparison, the Telekom Malaysia Berhad with KLC show that the performance of Telekom Malaysia Berhad with KLC show that TM has decreased by negative 1.49% and KLC has decreased by negative 5.65%. So this show that TM had a good performance because it decreased less than KLC. So TM show that it's outperformed rather than KLSE. So the line, the chart above show that the TM blue line is above the KLSE red line, more convincingly, which means it outperformed the KLSE line. So outperform means the stock performance of the company is more than the benchmark. So TM show more volatility, the stock price fluctuation increasing and decreasing, while KLSE moves smoothly. So for the market trend line, the first primary trend line for Telekom Malaysia Berhad, TM, show a downtrend movement from 17 July 2084 until 14 November 2084. However, the price started to break out on 18 November 2084. The second primary trend line show an uptrend movement from 19 November 2084 until 9 May 2085. The secondary trend line show downtrend movement from 30 December 2084 until 16 January 2035. It happened 3 times until the cut-off date, 30 June 2035. The chart shows that TM has price fluctuation from 20 June 2034 until 30 June 2035. Based on the first technical indicator, which is SMA, Telekom Malaysia Berhad was trade below the moving average line at the cut-off date 30 June 2035. As the 30 June 2035, the cut-off date, the SMA indicator show the sell signal. In the future, my expectation for price movement of the Telekom Malaysia Berhad might be start decrease because of the price so far is below SMA line and no clear reversal pattern found. But starting from there, the real reaction price movement might be predicted. So for the Bollinger Band indicator show that the hold signal means that the price is at the lower band, and it show that hold signal because not having a strong signal to buy and there no correct time to sell. It's potential to buy in the future. In the forecast, my expectation the price movement will decrease in short term, but there has a signal potential to increase. TM performance show that it's volatile, which means the price is fluctuate. So for the MACD, technical indicators show that the MACD line moved below the signal line at the cut-off date 30 June 2085. At the 30 June 2085, MACD indicator shows sell signal, thus they can be confirmed by negative histogram and bearish momentum. In the future, my prediction of the price movement will decrease in short term because of the bearish trend is not over yet, thus there no crossover found at the cut-off date. But the price is potentially rebound again because the price movement at the chart of short TM is volatile. So for RSI, there are no sign of buy and there are no sign of sell. It depends on RSI indicator, which is the price is not above 70 and not below 30. The RSI indicator show that whole signal at the cut-off date 30 June 2035. In the forecast, my expectation about the price movement based on RSI indicator is will decrease because of the trend is downtrend and no clear candlestick reversal. Last technical indicator, which is stochastic. Stochastic, based on the technical indicator stochastic, shows that the whole signals means also no clear sign to buy and no having clear sign to sell. So it's whole signals. In my forecast, the price movement may be decreased in short term and can be rebound again.
In summary, by applying 5 key technical indicators like SMA, Bollinger Japan, MACD, RSI, and Stochastic, we can analyze the stock performance of Mi Technovation, Gridtech, Ajinomoto, and Telekom Malaysia. First, for Mi Technovation, the overall recommendation is buy signal, especially for potential and existing investor. Most indicator like MACD, RSI, and Stochastic. However, for Bollinger Japan, suggest a hold since the price at the middle band. Second, for Gridtech, for potential investor, the recommendation is to hold and wait. But for existing investor, may sell to take a profit or hold if they enter at lower price. Next, for Ajinomoto, as of 13 June 2025, most indicators suggest a hold signal for both investor type. Only Stochastic show a buy signal. It indicates early momentum. For overall, the advice is to wait for confirmation before acting. Last but not least, for Telekom Malaysia, shows a natural hold signal all indicators. It means there is no case for buying or selling at this point. So for overall, most stock were underperformed except Telekom Malaysia, which show strong and stable performance. It may highlight investor confidence.